Got to. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the 713 Houston Sportcast. I'm your host, Ruben Calvillo, coming back on the channel, Mr. Ricardo. And y'all already know who the guy to his left is, Mr. Kenneth the Messenger. Boys, welcome back. This has been a fun off season, huh? We've had additions, we had subtractions. So today, guys, we're gonna talk about, do you think the Houston Texans team got better? But first, if you guys want to come on the channel, feel free to hit me up on Twitter. And I want to do something crazy. I want to create a group chat for all of us guys, and then we could talk football, do all that fun stuff. But Ricardo, I'm gonna get to you first because I haven't seen you in almost a couple weeks. Has this Houston Texans team got better or got worse or stayed the same?
I personally think that it got slightly better on offense because, like you said, the weapons, that they added on wide if healthy, the weapons they added at the wide receiver core is like impeccable. It's speed everywhere. Just like you're gonna have, like you said, pick your poison, whichever you cover somebody one on one, the other person's gonna burn you. And then the only thing, and then they have the running backs that can catch from the backfield. So that's also a good improvement. You don't have to like pound the ball, like run the ball 20 times. More than 30 times. You could just, have other options on offense. So even though we lost D Hop, I think we got a little bit better because there's going to be more ball spreading. On defense, I still think we need a little bit more. I know that we got Blacklock, but I think the pass rush is hurting us. And then by cutting Gibson, that's another hole we got instead of keeping it. If we would have kept Gibson, I think the defense would have been legit, but we opened another hole. Are we going to sign somebody else? Are we going to run it with Eric Murray, uh, Thomas, and the other? That's I don't know. There's rumors that they might move Lonnie Johnson to safety. So it's the defense. I think it stayed like pretty much the same. I don't see no improvement on the defense side, honestly.
Kenneth.
Yes, sir. Honestly, it was a hard question for me, but if we've been totally honest, we did get a little better, but at the same time, we wasn't that bad last year. The only thing is consistency. Like I talk about all the time, can we be consistent? Like if that's the whole question. Yes, our roster looked totally better on offense. It looked so flashy. It looked exciting. But the whole thing is, can we go out on the field and make it happen? You know what I'm saying? Can our coaches put us in a position? Defensive wise, we got a tad bit better, but like you said about the Gibson cut, I did not like that. But I feel like our front seven will be better because we have more athletes. Like the two rookies we got, Ross and what's the other guy named Jonathan, I believe his name is.
Bernard.
Yeah, Grenard. So his last name Jonathan though, right?
His first name's Jonathan.
Okay, so his first name Jonathan. Yeah. So I like him. I feel like he's gonna be legit for the pass rush and run stop. Like he's a big body. You know what I'm saying? He can move. He explosive. So yeah, I feel like the front seven got better. A little worried about linebackers, but I feel like we got a little tad bit better. I just hope the coaches can help this team come together and be better, be consistent. Every game is, what I'm saying, a different game, and every game should be treated like it's a playoff game. Like that's the mindset we got to come with. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't go easy because we playing a sorry team. Like we got to kill that mindset right there. So that's what I feel like we got to do to take it to the next level.
I like that you guys are optimistic because a lot of other, people who talk about the Texans is just, we're horrible. We're the worst organization. We don't know what we're doing. So having a bit of optimism is very good. And I'm going to have some as well. I think the offense got better. And I've said this, many times. I like Randall Cobb. I like David Johnson. I like Brandon Cooks. I think if you're looking at it, if you're subtracting Hawkins, but then you bring in two wide receivers and a running back, and to me, it's like this Houston Texans team, this offense is spreading to that legion, that legion of Zoom, that we've seen on Twitter by Texans Thoughts. He made a cool picture. But If that's what you're, building your offense on is speed, you have it right there. All these guys are track guys. All these guys are speed demons. Ricardo, you said it yourself that this is a pick your poison offense now. An actual true pick your poison offense. If you want to double Brandon Cooks, Fuller's going to be open. And if you're going to try to play prevent on these wide receivers, David Johnson, Duke Johnson will eat up. And not only that, this offensive line is going to get better. Titus Howard was one of the best rookies, and in the league. So was Max Sharpen. Chemistry is really big for an offensive line, and they're gonna have that. On the defensive side, I don't think we got better. I think we stayed the same. I think the only way we could say that we got better is if Blacklark and Grenard just ball out.
Yeah.
And they have a good chance there. They have a good chance. Do I wish that, I hope we bring in Eric Reed. I hope we bring in Everson Griffin to add bodies to that defense, add bodies on that defensive line. And, like Ricardo brought it up, the secondary, not really the secondary, but the safety group worries me a bit, but there are some people out there. And then another thing, that we are not mentioning is that the special teams got better. We signed Mike Thomas, who was a special teams monster for the Giants the past couple years. Kaimi Fairbairn, towards the later part of the season, was one of the most accurate kickers in the NFL. And Trevor Daniel was an absolute beast at punting in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So overall, I think the team got better. My only question for you, Kenneth, is do you think these coaches can bring it together?
It's like I don't know. I really don't know. But I like the fact that we have new. It's not really a new, but you know what I'm saying. We got a new face at offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, and I feel like they both can be exciting for this team. You know what I'm saying, for the players, and they can bring a lot out of them. You know what I'm saying. Rack, he's like the players got his respect, but he kind of old. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of time for him to be in the box and just kick back. He can talk to Weaver whenever he wants, but I feel like Weaver is gonna really get in him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna be excited. Like the players already like him, so I feel like he can get the best out of majority of the players on the defense, the front seven, and Tim. I'm kind of excited for him. I think he can be real good. Like I said, consistency is the only thing. I hope he don't be like Bill O'Brien and fold when you know what I'm saying when we in a clutch situation. You know what I'm saying we got to come through and allow Deshaun to do what he do. So yeah, that's how I feel.
Just going on to Ricardo, the same question. Do you think these coaches can get it together?
I think it all is going to come down to Bill O'Brien and how patient he is with Tim Kelly and the defensive coordinator. And like I showed you the picture. I was talking to well, I didn't talk, but I had like a little minute conversation with Jalen Strong, and he said that he trusts Tim Kelly because Tim Kelly is very smart and knows what he's doing. So
Sister Short did as well.
yeah, so if Bill O'Brien is patient with Kelly, I think you can see good things. If he see what I'm afraid of is like if it's week 3 and the offense is still struggling, that Bill O'Brien's going to be itching to be like, no, do this, no, do this, and over play call over again. So at the end of the day, I think the coaches, like the new offensive coordinator Tim Kelly, the new DC, and everybody know what they're doing, but it's going to depend on Bill O'Brien if he's patient. He got to be super patient. He can't try to dig in his hand in every little thing no more. He got to know to step back.
And I'm glad that you bring up patience, right? Because I think for this to work, I think Bill O'Brien needs to let the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator run that, do their jobs. You have a first-time offensive coordinator and a first-time defensive coordinator. A lot of people are not really thinking about that. But I think if O'Brien lets them do work and do what Mike Vrabel does, what the Tennessee Titans, Mike Vrabel, he lets the offensive coordinator do his thing and the defense do his thing, and they were one game away from the Super Bowl. I think if Bill O'Brien does that and not try to be a control freak, not try to be the emperor from Star Wars and just command everything, if he delegates his power, then you might have something.
Yeah.
But then again, we are talking about Bill O'Brien, who's taken away play calling from George Godsey during the Brock Osweiler year. Last season, Tim Kelly was supposed to be the offensive coordinator, and it was Bill O'Brien. I think that this season really comes down to O'Brien, and we're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, right? Hey, dude, this is now the team that you want.
Yeah.
You've kicked out everybody who you didn't want. Yeah, go, Kenneth.
I feel like he has less pressure now. I know people might be like, how? And I'm gonna say the reason I'm starting to feel like he does because he's a GM now. You know what I'm saying? Like they just promoted this man to GM.
Absolutely.
So now I feel like he has less pressure. So what he need to do, like you just said, let Tim Kelly and Weaver do their thing. Like just do the GM duties, be the head coach, but don't get so stressed and get so caught up if we start off 0-3. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. And I hope that don't happen. But like you said, like Ricardo said, we gotta be patient. You know what I'm saying? Like don't, because if he start doing that, then that's when we're gonna have locker room problems. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like it just everything gonna be all over the place. So yeah, patience is key.
Have y'all seen that show on Netflix, Last Chance U?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that second coach from Independence reminds me a bunch of Bill O'Brien. A hothead.
Yeah.
Somebody who rubs a lot of people the wrong way. And he cannot afford to do that this season. Because believe it or not, the spotlight is on us.
Yeah.
Every win that we get is going to be, oh, wow, what a great coaching job by Bill O'Brien. And every loss, it's going to be, you see what happens when you give your coach too much power. He gives away the wide receiver. He gives away a bunch of key players. This Houston, Texas team is going to be under scrutiny. And there is one man, I think, could take it and lead with it. And that is our quarterback, Deshaun Watson. So, Ricardo, do you think Deshaun Watson will be able to handle all this pressure this season?
I think, man, Deshaun Watson, he was born to deal with all this pressure. This man, he don't let nothing face him. When we were down, and he said, "Man, if y'all want to jump off the ship, go ahead. Just don't jump on back on." And then they took off winning 9 games in a row. So like this man, like I think he could handle it. The problem is, has to go back always to Bill O'Brien. The thing is, he he says, "Oh, I don't listen to the outside noise," but he does, and you could tell on some of his press conference that he mentions like a little snippet of something that was said by somebody else. So he just gotta cancel that noise out. As much as dirt we throw on him, I just gotta pray that he cancels everything out. Don't listen to the media, because if the season starts 0-3, they're gonna bash this man like nobody else. Like
Absolutely agree.
And he's gonna want to try to fix the 0-3. So, like I said, he gotta be patient, close the noise, cancel the noise out, and be like, talk to the team and be like, look, this year people are gonna talk more than ever, So he got to get everybody ready. It comes out to, like I said, patience, execution, and canceling out the noise.
Completely agree. But let me know what you guys think, guys. Do you think the Houston Texans are trending in the right direction? Do you think they got better, or if they got worse? I'll be happy to answer your questions on the comments. Hit me up on Twitter. Tomorrow we're gonna do something very special. The NFL season, the schedule comes out tomorrow. I will have it right here. Kenneth, Ricardo, Cody, if he wants to come on, will not. So they will be reacting from the schedule week by week. But as always, guys, Kenneth,